Hey guys, Ben here from the Strength Factory, and this is it, my bodyweight coronavirus workout. I almost can't believe I'm saying it. But the reality is that a lot of gyms and stuff are shutting, and you know, you might not even want to go to a gym, especially if it's a really busy, like city centre commercial gym. And you know what? That's fair enough. The great news is that for us in the Northern Hemisphere, well, it's actually a beautiful sunny day, spring is here. So plan A has got to be ride your bike more, especially if you're working from home, which I would suggest is a good excuse to get a little ride in, because your boss is never going to know. However, if you can't do that, then yeah, doing some home training is a really great place to start. And so I'm just going to give you a little bodyweight session that you can do today without any kit. Here it goes. We're going to start off with a nice simple warm-up, just a bit of movement. I'm going to do just a couple of reps of each exercise, but you should do somewhere in the region of 8 to 12 reps with a focus on just nice, controlled, steady movement to warm you up gradually, and always focusing on quality, okay? Don't just go through the motions, make sure you pay attention. Exercise number 1 is going to be a bodyweight single leg squat. Now, I'm using a bench here in the gym, but obviously you can use a kitchen chair. You can even use something soft like a sofa or something, but that's not ideal. Obviously, the higher it is, the easier it is, okay? So you need to work at a level where it's, demanding, but where you're under control. If you're dropping onto it, then that means it's too high. Now, a counterbalance is also useful. I've just got a couple of kilo weight here, but given that you've been stockpiling, if you're at home and you don't have any weights, just grab a tin of beans in each hand. My favourite, press-ups. Now what we're going to do, we're going to get a bit more of a strength stimulus by going through a full range of motion by lifting the hands off the floor on each rep, and that means we're pushing all the way from the floor, getting that full range of motion. Okay, you notice there, body's completely rigid. I'm like full body tension, bum tight, stomach tight, hands are drilled into the floor to create lots of tension across the chest and shoulders, okay? If you're not able to do that all the way from the floor, then just do your best and work at a depth where you can work with good quality and control throughout the reps. We're going to hit another single leg variation now. You're going to grab a cushion or something off the sofa just to pad the knee. I'm going to use a little stability pad. We're going to hit another press-up variation now, and this is a really good one for all of you guys who spend too long sitting down. This is a press-up into downward dog. So each rep we're going to push the bum high in the air, and I'm going to push the floor away as hard as possible. And it's a really great way to strengthen the shoulders safely if you're a bit restricted due to too much desk time, and it's a great way of improving that upper back and shoulder mobility. For this next exercise, I'm going to use this slider here, but you can actually do this if you're doing it at home. You can do it on the kitchen floor or something like that, where maybe in a pair of socks you might be able to slide across the floor. If you don't have a surface in the house that you can do that, then it's fine, you can do it without, and I'll show you that after I show you with this. Both options work, and remember with both options, the weight is on that standing leg on the floor, okay? There's very little weight going out to the sides. It's all about working that standing leg and working in a lateral way so that we challenge the muscles around the hip as well as just the big main ones around the quads and hamstrings. One of the trickiest things about training at home is, if you don't have any kit at all, is to get a balanced upper body training effect, because we really need to pull against things, okay? And if you don't have a pull-up bar or straps or bands, then it's hard to work the upper back, which is really important for, like I said, that balance workout, and also for looking after your shoulders and your posture. To that end, we're going to do a bit of a minger now called VWT, or some people call it YWT. So you can see why it's called that. It's because the shapes you make with your arms. It's like full YMCA on a Friday night down the local. The whole time I want thumbs pointing up at the ceiling, and your hands, they're not going to touch the floor. Some people, if you're a bit tight up here, they're going to start arching the lower back. I don't want you to do that either, okay? So lie flat on the floor, and this is going to burn. I'm going to do 10 seconds there, 10 seconds here, 10 seconds here. So one rep takes 30 seconds. See how you get on doing, 2 to 4 reps in a go. It's minging. We're now going to hit the floor, and we're going to get a bit of core work done. We're going to hit side plank. You can see there, my body's completely straight, absolutely rock solid, bum tight, stomach tight, head held in neutral position on top of the shoulders there. And I want one shoulder on top of the other and one side of the hip on top of the other side, okay? So everything is stacked up nicely and I'm really nice and straight. So it's time to put all of that together. We've got a good selection of exercises there that are going to cover most bases. The only thing that would be great to add is if you've got a suspension trainer or a set of rings at home or even a pull-up bar, is to add in a pulling exercise, okay, like a bodyweight row or a chin-up or pull-up or something like that, okay? And that's going to really help to balance out the session. Now, how you run it is up to you, depending on how much time you've got. You can use it as a mini training session, take 15-20 minutes, or you can make it into something a little more sustained. Now, I think a great way to approach something like this is to treat it as a circuit. So all the exercises I did there, go for 5 to 10 really good quality reps of each exercise in a row, working your way through them in the sequence that I've done. On the side planks, depending on how strong you are, you're looking at 30 seconds to a minute on each side, or even longer if you're pretty solid. Once you've gone through that, take a short rest and work through the whole thing again until you've gone through the whole circuit, maybe 3 to 5 times, depending on how fit, strong you are and how much time you've got. Remember, always focus on form, and if you've got any questions, any comments, then leave them in the comments below and I'll be sure to get back to you. So I really hope that you can get to the gym, you can get out riding your bike, and that this coronavirus doesn't screw you over too hard. But in the meantime, just keep positive, keep focused, and use it as an opportunity to get out and ride more, especially if you're supposed to be working from home. Cheers.